Man, fan base, awesome. Love the way they showed up. Love the way we competed for 4 quarters, playing the next play, playing the next series. Offensively, special teams, man, there's a whole lot that can be a lot cleaner. End of the day, it's a win for who we consider to be the good guys, and at the end of the day, love competing with these guys. So a lot to clean up. Everybody, coaches, players, everybody, but good road win against a good football team, and so excited about that, and got a chance here bye week, heal some guys up, get better, and get ready to get back to work.
Questions? We'll start with Austin up front.
End of regulation, Bishop picks up the first down, Wando timeout, and kind of it seemed like there was more just kind of confusion on that part.
We actually had the second play ready to go with the time on the clock, whether it was right or wrong, with the 2 timeouts, being able to get it out quick and burn it. We had the second play ready to go. That's why I didn't use it there. With the time that it ended up, probably would have been right. So, Joey scrambles around on the play and burns the clock. So,
Adam.
Josh, in overtime, just what sprung Deshaun loose on the run, and where do you think the key was to the stop on defense to end it?
We got some movement on the counter play. We're able to get up to the second level. Bish kind of steps through one a little bit too, and got into a personnel grouping that we hadn't used much during the course of the ball game with Ethan being out. Just hadn't gotten into our 12 stuff, and kind of switched it up and went 12 and blocked it, and he ran through it.
Defense, what do you think the key was to those
Man,
stops?
I thought the line of scrimmage they controlled. It made it uncomfortable for the quarterback on a couple of the passes. Matched guys out. Ty's close to picking one over on the sideline. They end up hitting that play on I think it's 2nd and long. Then just relentless and played with great communication, lineman assignment, and made plays. Great. It was a great effort by our defense. I should have said that at the beginning. The entire night. There's a couple things that they busted. Run fits early on some of the outside zone, and we let one down the middle of the football field for a big play for them. But there was a lot of things that they did at a really high level, and had to face some adverse situations too, and continued to respond. Really proud of those guys. Obviously, a couple of huge plays. Defensive lineman, strip sack, scoop sore, and the pick 6.
Coach, you guys have talked about how Joey is so even-keeled with boys. How did that show up in some of those plays made on the tying drive fourth quarter?
Oh, it showed up at the end of the game. Big drive, big conversions. Showed itself there. There's some things, early, middle, third quarter that he would like to have back, and we'd like to have back. But the fact that he just kept competing, is a really positive sign. One of the things that we love about him.
Eric, then Austin.
Josh, did you get an explanation on the offensive pass interference from Brazil on that play?
Man, they didn't say anything to me. That'll be an interesting play to go watch here. So.
Talk about 2 guys. One, Tyree West. It feels like the last, go back to Georgia, and then through this one, it feels like he's playing his best football. What's he done? Because he didn't play a ton against Syracuse, and so he's taking advantage of his opportunity to earn more. And then Boot Carter, you didn't have him back there at the first. Was that by design, or?
It was. Obviously that's one of the things that you can't have happen. Mishandle the first one. Don't catch the second one. Goes down to the 1 yard line. Got Boo back in there. He did a good job catching it, and so they're unique in their punters. They got multiple punters, multiple footed, and a little bit sporadic where they hit it. And we didn't start very well handling it. Finished a little bit better. Obviously, the fake was disappointing.
And then Tyree.
Tyree's just man. You talk about a young guy from day one till now. How he's grown is as a man and as a competitor, understanding our defense, playing with relentless effort, and playing with great technique too. He's played on the edge, played some inside. Just done a great job here, and you talked about him playing his best football. There's no doubt that last few weeks he's been playing his best football.
David.
Josh, two of your tougher plays were very similar. The throws over the middle to Kitzelman that gets batted up in the air. What did you see on those? Were those similar? Were they well defended? Were they missed a little bit? What happened on those?
The one to Kitts was probably a little bit further inside than you want. His hand, got grabbed as he's going up for the football, so ends up being a deflection. The previous one, Joey's thrown off his back foot. It's a little bit high. When there's bodies around, bad things like that happen, and so a combination of a little bit of everything from him leads that to be Aaron.
If I'm not mistaken, this is your first time going into Starkville as a head coach. Just how unique is the environment with all the cowbells, and how hard was it to adjust with the noise?
Yeah, cowbells. I'm not sure the right way to describe it, but a noisemaker at the end of the day. We had a couple false starts on tempo in short yardage situations that changed the way the game's played. Those things they're a part of it, so.
John.
You shared a moment with Wendell after the game. Why was it important for you to seek him out, and why do you think this game in particular was so emotional for him?
Yeah, he's an elite competitor, and this one mattered to him in a big way. And man, you talk about tough, smart, and physical. Man, that guy embodies all of that, and just awesome. From the time that he got here, when we got on the field, you saw him. He's really smart and plays the game at a really high level. It's been fun to see his personality really come out, during the course of the summer, but really training camp, and he's got great leadership traits. It's been fun seeing him continue to grow. He's a great player.
Eric.
Josh, the sequence before the half, was there a thought of maybe calling a timeout there before the punt, or were you trying to wait and snag that, maybe see if you could pop one offensively? I know there was only
I'm gonna be honest, which
right
sequence
before the half
where we had the ball?
getting the football back on a punt. less than
Yeah,
a
4th and 2. There's a lot of things that go into that. We get the ball after half. Defense has been on the field. Burning a timeout if they do go for it, giving them time. Just felt like it was the right thing with where the scoreboard was and how everything had transpired, and us getting the ball to let that thing know. If it's a long yardage situation, it's different.
David Sanders obviously got to make his first.
Yeah.
Can you talk, kind of throw him into the fire there, but I know you're happy to have him.
Yeah, I thought he went in there in a tough situation, getting first action, responded, played really well. It's a great example to young guys that haven't been in this game, that you don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. You better be ready. And it's during the course of play, 60 minutes. It's week to week, and it's great to have him back. That's a young guy that has had to deal with an adverse injury right out the gate. Handled it well. Was a great teammate, and has wanted to be on that field. And as a coach, you deal with a lot of hard moments too. When he got the word that he was cleared, that's one of those great moments that stays with you too.
Josh, Mike Matthews had a couple big catches for you, ended up leading you guys in receiving. Just what can you say about what he was able to do tonight?
Yeah, all those guys got great trust in him. I think Mike had a big time night. He's winning one-on-ones. He's getting open down the football field, working the middle of the football field. Guy's a highly competitive guy that is playing really well, but his best football is still in front of him. I think that's one of the exciting things for Mike.
2 more, John, and then Austin.
I know you guys have a lot of faith in Miles, but to go back to him on the game tying drive, and then to see how his teammates just picked him up, what does it say about
what he means to this football
Yeah,
team.
great leader, same competitor every day. Guys know that about him. They've seen it. Trust him, believe in him. Quarterback trusts him. The guys around him do. This game's never going to be perfect. It's always about the next play. And with all the things that we got to correct from this game, I am proud of this football team for just going and playing the next play.
Speaking about guys you can trust, Deshaun Bishop, he's kind of leading the way on blocking for Joey down there on that last score in regulation. Then, of course, obviously scores the touchdown there in overtime. What is it that keeps him on the field for you guys?
Yeah, great drive offensively, responding and going and getting themselves in the end zone. He's leading the parade there in that situation. Smart, tough, physical, loves to compete. Guy works all year long, man. That guy's working to go accomplish the things that he set before himself, and go to battle with that guy any day.